A new year is the perfect time to give your closet a little bit of a makeover, but you do need to be careful because there are some classic pieces that may fluctuate in terms of popularity, but they never ever go out of style. And these are the pieces that you need to make sure you hold on to. So if you'd like to see what they are, then just keep watching. Hi, I'm Leonie and welcome back to my channel, and of course if you're new here, hello, welcome. I'm really pleased that you've found me. I have some exciting fashion videos planned for this year, so if you enjoy this one, maybe consider subscribing. Now, a new year is the perfect time to revisit our closets and kind of have a little bit of a look at the pieces that we own and ask ourselves whether they're actually serving us or not, and if they're not, now is a good time to move them out. But you do have to be really careful that you don't move out some of the good core basics. And these are the pieces that you may not be that excited about, but they are pieces that deserve to stay in your wardrobe for the long haul. They're the pieces that when you do move them out and get rid of them, you will regret it. So to avoid any New Year regrets, I thought I would share some of the classic pieces that, regardless of what happens in fashion, they are worth holding on to. Okay, first up, the one piece that I think is a real essential, and of course this is only if you are into this particular style, and that is blazers. I know that some of my viewers aren't really fans of blazers, but blazers, regardless of the fact that they are very on trend at the moment, they do obviously fluctuate in terms of popularity, but they are pieces that you can pull out years down the track and they will still work, they will still look modern. And of course, with all of these classic basic pieces, you can give them a modern, fresh, updated edge by pairing them back with some on-trend pieces. So these pieces are very much the basics that you need to hold on to. So if you have blazers in your lineup, whether they are fitted, cropped or oversized, which is the current look at the moment, hang on to them. Don't part with the blazers that you own already. And of course, if you don't own any blazers, maybe it's worth considering adding one to your lineup and just seeing whether it's a look that works for you. A blazer is a great finishing piece to a lot of outfits, so they are well worth giving a go. Now, denim jeans is the next piece that I think we have to be really careful before we actually part with our denim. Now, at the moment, the trend in denim is for slightly oversized, looser, baggier, wide leg denim jeans, but that doesn't necessarily mean that our skinny jeans, our slim fits are gone forever. We know that fashion is cyclical, and denim jeans, regardless of what is on trend at the moment, are always going to work. They're always going to help you create some really cool outfits. So if you love your skinny jeans or whatever style you're into, really think twice before parting with your denim jeans, because they can be modernized really easily just with some fresh current updates. So hold on to your denim. It really doesn't date. Now, I learned this lesson the hard way because I moved out a lot of my knee-high boots a couple of years ago when I moved house. Now, my thinking was that I wasn't working in a corporate office and I didn't actually need those knee-high boots. Most of them had heels, although no, hang on, a couple of them were flats. But I tended to move them all out, and now I would love to own a couple of pairs of those exact boots that I moved out. So for that very reason, I have learnt my lesson the hard way. I think knee-high boots, and the same goes for ankle boots as well, regardless of the heel, the toe shape, these sorts of pieces are items that you really need to hold on to. And I know that heels and toes change on boots, but if you hold on to them for long enough, you are going to get that wear out of them. So really think long and hard before you move out some of your good quality footwear. And speaking of footwear, the other classic that I think you should really hold on to is retro sneakers. And obviously every season we see sneaker trends coming and going. You know, some seasons it's just all white sneakers, some seasons it's chunky dad style sneakers, some seasons it's just really retro. But whatever it is that you own, sneakers are always going to be a good look and help you create some really fab casual outfits. So hold on to your sneakers, especially if they're in good condition and still look great. hold on to them because they really don't date. Another classic that's worth holding on to, and this almost goes without saying, but I have included it on my list here, and that is button-down shirts. Now, I'm wearing a little short sleeve one today, and it's not really a classic because it has this kind of modern print on it, but just classic straight button-down long sleeve shirts are definitely worth hanging on to. Now, at the moment, we know that the oversized button-down shirts are trending, but all shirts are going to be a piece that you can pull out and you can wear them on their own, wear them as layering pieces, wear them as little beach cover-ups with the sleeves rolled up. There are so many different ways to wear a versatile button-down shirt, and for that reason, and because they generally don't date, I really urge you to hold on to these pieces before you move them out. The other fashion item that is really worth holding on to for the long term are your chunky knits. Now, I'm sure a number of you are wearing and enjoying your chunky knits. Now, they are amazing for snuggling up, especially when it gets cold outside. So these cozy chunky knits are obviously really practical, but they are the sort of piece that you can pull out year after year after year and they will still look modern, and there's just always a good look in my opinion. Supersized chunky knits are where it's at for this season, but any style chunky knit is going to work no matter what, every single winter. So, and again, as I said earlier, if you do want to give some of your classics a little bit of a modern edge, you can do that with accessories, with new purses or earrings or scarves. But some of these core basic pieces are well worth holding on to. Now, personally, I kind of go on and off this trend a little bit, but it's the classic BRETON stripes. Now, whether it's a striped tee or a long sleeve tee or a top or a striped knit, that classic BRETON stripe is never ever going to go out of style. And of course it will, there'll be some seasons where it's more popular. This season it's not as popular, although stripes are trending at the moment. That classic BRETON stripe is one that you can pull out and wear and look fresh and chic and stylish no matter what. So if you're having second thoughts about whether to hold on to some of those BRETON stripes, just those classic striped pieces, I would definitely say stick with them. Another classic that is worth holding on to for a really long time are your long line coats. Now, I'm talking about your sort of maxi or calf length coats. Now, obviously these coats are generally expensive, but they don't tend to date either. So regardless of what's happening with the lapels, the collars, the texture, the styling, whether they're belted or not, these sorts of pieces are really timeless, and they are the kind of finishing piece to an outfit in winter. And not to mention they are warm and cozy and super practical, and you guys know I'm all about being practical. So really hold on to your good quality winter coats because they will serve you for many, many years. Now, when it comes to keeping warm, the other classic piece to hold on to is your puffer coats, jackets and vests. And of course, we've seen lots and lots of puffers currently and in lots of different colorways. And I think what happens with puffers, and I did move one out a number of years ago, and I think the reason I did that was because it was so bulky and taking up so much space in my closet. Now, what I needed to do was just to move it out and pack it away until the following winter, because it is a piece that is going to be really versatile and lightweight, so easy to travel with. There are so many pluses to a puffer, or as we've seen this season, quite a few quilted coats as well, or cloud coats as they tend to have been called. But these pieces really are essentials that are great for just keeping you warm and adding a little bit of a fun fashion edge, especially, as I said, some of the colourful puffers that we've seen around this season. So hold on to those puffer pieces, and if you don't already own any, maybe now is a good time to invest because there are some great sales happening at the moment too. So have a little look. Now, the next one is a personal favourite of mine, and it is a slip dress. Now, I have a couple of slip dresses in my lineup, and they've got me out of a bind so many times when I've kind of had nothing new to wear, and the great thing about them is that they really are a trans-seasonal piece. So slip dresses and also camisole slip tops as well, because they're a great layering piece with the option of either layering something underneath them or layering something over them. And a slip dress can look more like a skirt if you layer over a chunky knit and pair it with some knee-high boots. I love the fact that they are just so versatile and so trans-seasonal as well. And if you don't like showing off your arms, then use layers to disguise some of those areas of your body that you don't like to show off. But a classic slip dress in any colorway or a slip camisole are two pieces that will always remain in my closet no matter what. The last classic that's really important to hold on to, and these are the pieces that are really kind of easy to move out and we tend to regret them, and that is our favorite dresses. Now, beautiful dresses tend to be really timeless pieces, and it's kind of easy to forget that. Now, I'm not talking about evening dresses, I'm just talking about the dresses that you would say wear to work, or I know I've got a couple of linen dresses that I've worn over summer here in New Zealand, and these are pieces that regardless of what's happening in terms of trends and fashion, I'll be able to wear for years to come. If I think about some of my favorite dresses, they're pieces that I've actually owned for many years. So it's all too easy to get caught up in the trends and think that this particular style isn't trending, but remember, it's really easy to give some of your favorite pieces a bit of a modern update with accessories. So really think twice before you move out some of your classic and trusty dresses. Anyway, that's it from me today. I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, I'd love you to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel for more, and I'll catch you in the next one. Bye for now.